This is Jimmy.
Nuclear launch detected.
Right on.
Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. We're still doing Flash games, you guys. He's back on the ladder. It's going to be Flash versus here on POLYPOID. A nice ZVT for you today from RJB. Top right, it's going to be He is our purple Zerg player today with a pre-order skin for Remaster. Bottom right, no pre-order skin here for Flash. But I don't know exactly how that works, but he's going to be our teal Terran player. So, purple versus teal here today on a POLYPOID. Terror the Overlord moving out. Let's see. Let's go ahead and guess what the opening is here for I feel like it's a 4-player map, right? It is a 4-player map. So, let's go ahead and see if it's going to be a hatch first. That is my guess. And I think it's just going to be a barracks first inside the main base here for Flash. And scouting out with Steve the SCV. Yeah, so walling off with the supply depot. Boom, 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 boom. So maybe walling off with the barracks instead of inside the main base, but pretty much the same thing. Just the barracks first, no proxies, no command center first. And I'm going to go ahead and say no early gas. There's not going to be an early mech opening here. Because, man, Flash sure loves his SK Terran, but he's the best player at it. That's why everybody else likes SK Terran, because Flash makes it look so good. But it is hard to do, and yeah, you need to keep your science vessels alive and sprinkle in fire bats when Dark Swarm comes up, and just maybe dropping everywhere. There's the hatch first here from It's not easy, but it is possible against Zerg. Hatch pool gas opening. There we go. Very good indeed. And yeah, no early gas. Just a barracks into an expansion. All is well and good here in the bottom right of POLYPOID. And drone scouting. Here is too late to delay the building of the barracks. SCVs are good fighters because they have no way to regenerate their own health. Which means they've got 60 HP to 40 HP for a drone. Wow, hard walling. Fair enough. Steve the SCV says the pool's not done. But just preparing for Lings anyway. Expansion coming down. Still no gas. And first under gas going towards a lair. One of these days, we will see a Zerg take their first under gas and use it for metabolic boost. But today is not that day. Oh, hang on a second. There is a gas here for Flash. Okay, so maybe this is just going to be for a timing attack with Stim and maybe +1. But it could be an early factory, mech fans. We will see. RJB screens these for me, so check him out at youtube.com/@RJB_TV. Let him know thank you so much for all of the replays that you're sending. And, it is a factory. Okay. Oh, one racks expand into factory. Oh, maybe this is gonna be, maybe it's gonna be Valkyries, because there's the Spire. Steve sees it. Maybe he's choosing to go Valkyries to deal with this 2-base Mutalisk opening. That is a very fun option, but we don't see it very often. We'll have to check. We'll have to check and see. Got ourselves an academy. Very good. Maybe just for scans. Or maybe it's just Valkyries with Marines and medics. That is an option as well. And third base on the low ground again. So I feel like the meta is shifting here. Usually in TVZ, bam, this is where you want to expand because you can defend this ramp with like 2 lurkers, but okay, low ground it is. Wide opening. And an armory, yeah. And an immediate starport, yeah. So this is going to be Valkyries. Yeah, Valkyries and Marines and medics. The 2 racks are going down. 2 extra racks are going down. Has no idea what is going on here. Just that there are a lot of Marines. See, poking in. It's like, 6 Marines, yes, okay, good. 7 Marines now, good, I can count. Looks great. 6 Mutalisks on the way. +1 attack coming on in. Man, we have seen so much +1 Muta attack on the channel recently, too. Like a bunch of these games are from, you know, July 2024, late June 2024. And it seems like every ZVT that I cast, the Zergs are like, yeah, +1 Mutas. That's the way to go. We're not going to go light on the Mutalisks Falcon. We made a Spire. We're going to make 27 Mutas. We're going to give them +1 attack. We're going to try to kill this Terran player. Yeah, armory there. Valkyrie's on the way. Cool. So Valkyrie production is happening here for the Flash. Mutas trying to go ahead and knock down this front door. And there we go. Muta's killing the Marines that are protecting the supply depot to some extent. More Marines come down. Supply depot does go down. But turret production is pretty awesome. Did these Mutas see the Valk? Do they know? I think they dove down here, but I don't think they saw the Valk. Surprise! Valkyrie is surprising! There we go. That's what we're talking about here. Oh, the blue rockets. Good. Hang on. 1 Valkyrie. Not particularly adept, but it is a Flash Valkyrie. So it is going to stay alive here. These Mutas are pretty injured, man. I don't know. Oh, he flipped over to Flyer Carapace. He got rid of the +1 Flyer and flipped over to Carapace upgrade. So he's going for armor. Interesting. Hydroden coming in pretty early here, too. I think he recognizes maybe the Mutas aren't going to be as effective as he wants them to be in defending this 3rd base. Scans in, sees the Hydroden. He's like, all right, if there's going to be Valkyries out, I can't count on Mutas all that much. We're going to get Scourge to deal with the Valks, and then we definitely need Lurkers to defend our natural and defend our 3rd base against the Marines that, you know, they're out. They got medics. They got all sorts of great stuff. Muta's trying to poke on here again. And forced to flee. Man, these Valkyries. Valkyrie prepared. Looking good, Valks. I think one of them got repaired up here, too. They are repaired and prepared. Is that more Valkyries? Oh my gosh, it is. That's beautiful. Okay, so 2 Valkyries, generally the norm here, but I love 3 Valks. There's just something so nice about the animation and the sound of Valkyries. Woo! I think, yeah, we took a hit there, but it needs 2 to take down a Valk, so... Yeah, Valkyrie control, Science Vessel control. I mean, that's exactly what we need here if you're going to play this style. Oh, one of the Valks goes down. 2 of the... Oh, man, all the Valks died there. Pretty good Muta control and a Scourge connection, too. Ah, what I was just saying, you gotta have good control on those Valkyries, and all 3 of them died. So there is another one coming in. We're investing pretty heavily into these Valkyries. Lurker aspect is not quite done yet. There are 3 Sunkens defending the front door of this 3rd base. But these Marines, what do they got? They got no attack upgrades yet. The Muta's on the backside with the Carapace upgrade too, especially. Takes a lot of damage, a lot of shots from Marines to take one down, as one does go down there. But yeah, this 3rd base, safe for now. Might want to Lurker up a couple of these guys. I mean, these Hyders are ready to go. So, unlike what we're seeing here from him, he did not anticipate the Valkyries, but he dealt with them well. Got a Carapace upgrade for his Mutas. Got some Scourge out. Dealt with the Valkyrie count. A little bit easier to deal with, I think, than Corsairs. And for that reason, we don't see them as much as we see Corsairs in this, you know, against Zerg. But still, Spider-Mine's coming in. He's not oh my gosh, another Valkyrie went down. He's not meching, is he? Radiate's coming in. Yeah, I think, yeah, this really seems to be just more. We're going to get Spider-Mines down as these Mutas are getting some work done against Flash. High ground position, hard to deal with. Picking off individual Marines down here, keeping that Marine count low. Let your 3rd base be alive and thrive. Finally, some lurkers show up there. A hive is on the way and an evo chamber. For some upgrades, we upgraded our mutas, but we should probably upgrade our ground units too at some point, says him. Obviously, SCV wiped out. Vultures laying spider mines down everywhere. They're not going to be able to break through either of these locations with the sunkens that exist, but they can spider mine out here. They can make it a little bit harder for the Zerg player to move out on the map with ground units. Gonna maybe force some hydras out to try to clear those, because if you want to go Ling Ultra, spider mines out on the map is bad news bears, or just use your Mutalisk to clear out the spider mines. That's easy too. Overlord speed would be nice if you're trying to clear out spider mines. Yeah, it's not a good angle to go into. That's a lot of Marines, and only one of them died to that volley. This third base is pretty vulnerable, but I don't think he sniffed it. No. He could have darted these mutas over and wiped this out. The Marines were not in a position to shut that down. Flash gets a little bit lucky there. All right, so the mutas cleared out spider mines, the ones they can see at least, with the Overlords bouncing around. Without the speed upgrade, finally speed's coming on in. Defiler Mound is on the way. Scan says, what you doing? Getting macro hatches and a Defiler Mound? All right. Well, might as well move out now before lurkers and defilers start showing up together. That's going to be tough news for us. And he's floating the barracks. He's going Damek. It is Damek, ladies and gentlemen. And another base coming in from Flash 2. Okay. Flash double expands, floats his racks. It's a very vulnerable position to find yourself in when you're transitioning into mech here. After you've been opening Marines and stuff, I guess we could have guessed because there are no upgrades on these Marines. No attack or armor upgrades at all. Could have assumed it was going to be mech, and +1 the vehicle weapon started. Okay, fourth base and a macro hatch coming in here from him. Got a Nidus Canal for defensive purposes over here. At some point, the Sunkens are not going to provide too much value because there will be siege tanks running around. And that is going to be a tough thing to deal with as a Zerg player. So let's see if recognizes this is mech. He has to know this is mech at this point. He probably noticed way faster than I did. He was checking the upgrades on these Marines, and he was like, you have 0-0 at 10 minutes? That doesn't bode well for me for this being SK Terran. Oh yeah, factory. Production tab says, all the factories in the entire world, Terran fans rejoice at the mech. I know you guys like the mech, but I hope you've also seen me cast some games where the mech doesn't work against Zerg. Where Zergs kind of sniff it out, come in, punish it, shut it down, and the mech is a bad idea. So you need to realize why mech is not the current strategy in the meta. It's not that it's not viable at all. We definitely see mech wins these days, but it's not as good as it used to be before Zergs had it figured out. There are plenty of games from 2008 to 2012 I've cast on my channel where mech shows up and the Zerg's like, bah, it just falls over and dies. They just don't know how to deal with it at all. But Zergs are a lot better now than they were back then. For obvious reasons. Nice irradiates. Ooh, good snipe on a science. Okay, we're just like, we're not even gonna, there's the split. I was like, we're not gonna split? Well, if you're dive bombing a science vessel, it's tough to split your mutas at the same time. Flash is expanding again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases for Flash. Only 4 bases for the Zerg player. Another scan up here. Nothing really new to see from the Zerg, but hey, might as well scan anyway. So, okay, what's the answer here from the Zerg player? He's getting kite displating, he's getting Adrenal, so it is going to be Ling Ultra. But I like this little Muta pack, sniping out spider mines all over the map. They're better at it than I would say even Dragoons are, Hydras are. Just because there's no chance a spider mine will kill a Mutalisk, it's great. Muta's also really good against Vultures, which is very cool. Spider mines! Ooh, taking out 2 Vultures there. Not sure if they did as much damage to the Zerg as you'd like them to, as Flash would expect, but you know, ow. Nice Plague. Ooh, a good Plague. Ooh. Why did you leave the safety of the Dark Swarm, Vulture boy? All right, well. No 5th base for you, 12 o'clock. Flash takes that out. Spider mines down. Just constantly laying spider mines everywhere. High ground in it. A lot of these guys are plagued, but not all of them. High ground in it. Adrenal is out. These are the classic 0 attack Adrenalings that are so common in the current meta of TVZ. We have other things to spend gas on, Falcon. We can't give these guys +1 attack before Adrenal comes out. That would be crazy. I mean, +1 attack's on the way now at 14 minutes, but Yo, another plague. Good plague. I mean, hard for me to describe a plague as bad unless it completely whiffs and hits nothing. Or a worse plague would be you plague your own stuff and none of the enemy units take a plague. That'd be hilarious. This Zergling could have actually got a lot of work done down here. He still can, actually. 6 Ultralisks in production, but this is typical mech. Oh, dude, come on. Flash. Flash. There you go. Fight the guy. He tried to take down a missile turret. Maybe a better target would have been a couple more SCVs instead of trying to kill a missile turret and failing miserably. Yeah, man. Ling run by this way. High ground siege tanks saying no, absolutely not. Blood splatter analysis revealed that one. Expanding down left. Yeah, might as well. Once you've taken this base when you're expanding on this map or Fighting Spirit or any similar 4-player map, you might as well take the bottom left spawn. Not going to be that hard for you. So, dude, Flash is on fire economically here. The Spider Mines are a great answer to this Ling Ultra stuff, as 9 Ultralisks are in production right now. That is a bigger number than you generally see. So Spider Mines thin out the Ultralisk count, bruise them up, so when they actually engage with siege tanks, and even vultures to an extent, they're easier to kill. But the Mutas wiping out Spider Mines here with the assistance of their friendly neighborhood overlords has been really good today from him. I don't know that we've seen this all this much against mech. Mutalisk Flock intentionally existing to wipe out Spider Mines. It's a genius idea. I don't know that I've seen very much of it before. So now when you send your Lings and Ultras across the map in a never-ending stream of death, they're not running into as many Spider Mines, but my gosh, there are still so many Spider Mines. They're being cleared out, but look at that group. And look, there's one there, there's one being laid here. Yeah, it's going to come down to the 2 side bases in this incredibly strong macro game from both players. Right side base, left side base is what's going to matter here for both. These little high grounders getting double expanded to by Vultures. Not great at killing buildings, but again, if they're entirely unopposed, they can take down a hatchery, no problemo. Goliaths are on the field now, so there comes the swarm. What did I say about never-ending death? My gosh! That is an insane amount of Ultralisks coming down into your high ground base, Flash. These guys are on a different attack path. Okay, you guys go left. That sounds fine. We're just going to go straight down the middle here. Woo! So the Ultras are getting thinned out. Yes, definitely. Siege tanks placed around. Getting down into the third base of Flash is going to be a good thing. These guys get cleared out eventually. Siege tanks with +2 attack are pretty mean. Spider Mine, yeah, new Spider Mine. Oh, good Spider Mine connect there. Yeah, Ultralisks going to town in here. SCVs getting murdered. Flash on the back foot here. Quite a bit. Oh, man, SCV count getting absolutely drilled. 5 armor Ultras. Flash is not responding to this. He's pretty much sacking all these dudes. You should probably send them away, but okie doke. Oh, man. Ultras, high ground in it. Yeah, 2 Ultras against this. Maybe some friendly fire tank splash will kill a siege tank, but you're not killing this group. Sorry. Sorry, muchachos. Oh, no. This was going so well. Why are you building queens? All right. As always, it's not that queens cannot win against mech. It's just the win rate for queens against mech is about 10%. And it's just like battle cruisers. The win rate of battle cruisers against Zerg is like maybe 10%. Because there are certain strategies that we just don't see a lot of victory with. 12 o'clock base, done. That's a big get for him. So it's nice that he's got all the bases that officially belong to him. And then one of these bases officially belongs to him, left side or right side, but nobody has either of them now, which is not a great thing for him. The sunkens up at these bases is good. Just, you know, having to deal with vultures being super active all the time is annoying. Sunkens help with that. Cannons help with that, right? You guys know. Y'all know what's going on here. Hit the like button, by the way. Subscribe if you haven't. This is an incredibly good game. The mech is looking very strong. The initial attack by home I thought was fantastic. I mean, it didn't win the game, But it really did a lot of damage to this base, and this base especially. I wonder if Flash didn't run his SCVs because he just had too many SCVs. I guess he's making more, though. The Gamete Meiosis upgrade. I think that was Gamete Meiosis for Queen Energy, which I will always remind you, even with an upgrade to Energy, Queens can cast one Spawn Broodling at a time. So they give you an Energy upgrade that on every other unit lets you cast more than one thing at a time with full Energy. Nope. Not Queens. Oh my gosh. Ling Ultra looking good. Jumping on in. Buying time for those Queens. Get enough energy for Spawn Broodling. Holy Hannah. The Ultras are marching in. Is there enough? No, there's definitely not enough Zerg to wipe this out. Especially with these guys on the purple color of HP. Oh, they retreat. Final shot. Does not kill any Ultras. No. Definitely doesn't. More tanks moving out. Where is our Queen Ball? I don't even know where it is. Here it is. Hey, look. Almost enough energy to do something useful. Come on, Queens. It's not your fault that you were designed poorly. Okay, there we go. And again, the big question is always, if you allowed Queens to do 2 Spawn Broodlings with full energy, so 250 energy in the pool, 2 Spawn Broodlings, would it make them overpowered? Would it just completely wreck balance? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'll read your comment. Giant big Ling Ultra attack again coming in here. Okay, left side tank's dead. Right side tank's okay. They're going to be fine. Goliaths are providing a lot of damage on these Ultralisks too. Oh my goodness, the macro here from him today is pretty amazing. I don't think I've seen this many ginormous Ultra attacks in a while. Okay, bam, bam. Spawn Broodling, bam. Oh, he might have been attacking. He was definitely attacking those Goliaths on purpose. You genius. All right, Broodlings attacking a siege tank hilariously. So a lot of tanks die. Completely shuts down any attempt to attack up this way by Flash. Not that it's a game-winning maneuver or anything, but look at this. Broodlings are in here. Nom, 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 nom. Okay, they're gone now, but it's buying time for the Lings to come in. Dude, this is absolutely bonkers. Did he just make Queens work? Did he do it? I mean, the Queens got in and got out, which is something I always harp on, is get in there, get your Spawn Broodling, and get out of there. Too many Zerg players are lazy. Get in there, Spawn Broodling, hang around, and wait for something to kill you. Oh, good positioning of these tanks, swinging them in to protect this base. They know what's coming. They know. Is the Ling count too heavy? D-Matrix the tank against these cracklings. Probably unnecessary, but hey, might as well do some damage regardless. More Broodlings trying to attack on in here. The Lings have 2-2 and Adrenal, obviously. Tanks are at 3-3. All of the Mecha Flash is looking pretty fantastic. Just flooding in more Lings, more Ultralisks. Ultras are dying by the dozens, but so are siege tanks, man. This is a bloodbath on both sides, and nobody, I don't think it's even, oh, there we go. That's an attempt to expand left side by Hum. So Hum is trying to take this left side, which I think he will need to win this game. If you take the right side base too, that would be even better. How long does it take the Queens to recharge? A long time. Yeah, not even back up to 120 yet. 112 energy on those Queens. So the Lings and Ultras have to engage without their spellcasters for a minute. Oh, okay, then a Spawn Broodling, or a Swarm comes up. There is some of that. Oh, Siege Tank run, man, Defiler run. Siege Tanks don't have to run. They're doing fine at this point. Good surround on those tanks. Wow. Man, even 2-2 Adrenalings with the 3-3. Oh, Siege Tank's wandering up, wiping out this left side base. That's a big deal. Whom needs this income? He needs the gas, especially if he's going to do this thing. Flash implacably continuing to press forward. He knows. He's got a timer in his head that says these Queens are almost ready to rock. 49, 50K. Queen Ball ready to go. Not all of them. Some of them are newer than the other ones. And here goes nothing. Bop, 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 bop. Okay. There we go. This attack completely halted in its tracks. But it's going to be another long while before they could do that again. Lings and Ultras down to the 6 o'clock base. This has been a bad place to work for SCVs. SCVs running, Lings and Ultras fighting unsieged siege tanks against Ultras. Really pretty great, actually. Lings flooding down, spawn broodlings in the mix. They do benefit from upgrades. So they've got, you know, they're doing 6 damage per attack. Not bad. Lings are only doing 7. It's just the spawn broodlings don't have the adrenal upgrade available. And dude, forcing a liftoff on this bottom left. Getting into this mineral line might be actually kind of kick butt for some Lings here. Queens come down. This is the new batch of 3, 1, 2. And, that might be the first queen death today. Hum is playing this really well. He completely cracks this bottom left area for Flash. This base of his is dead, but he is more than making up for it. Queens retreating back home. The new crowd still waiting. Only 50 energy at this point. Tanks popping out. And that's a GG! Flash recognizes he can't hold this bottom left. Hum overruns it, and Hum is our winner here against Flash in 25 minutes and 51 seconds. Wow! That was absolutely crazy stuff there. My goodness, that was incredible. Yo, that was such a great game out of Hum. He kept, you know, he took care of his Lings and Ultras to a certain extent, but mostly the Queens. Like, a lot of the times, maybe this is Flash is kind of failing to irradiate them, failing to get more Goliaths out, but man, the Ling Ultra production here out of Hum was insane. It was hard to make Goliaths work as well as games where there aren't that many. Plus, yeah, just kind of the lack of science vessels here, too. I mean, do you want to irradiate the Ultras, or do you want to irradiate the Queens? Irradiating a Queen will kill it. Irradiating an Ultra will not kill it all the way. It does a ton of damage to it, but it won't take it down to 0. Yeah, so just got to point it out again. This is why we don't see mech all that much, you guys, because Zergs are pretty adept at dealing with it. They've gotten a lot better. A lot better. Right side base coming up from Hum. This left side base dead. But yeah, this whole bottom left getting cracked. That's a game-winning condition here from Hum. Way to go. Absolutely, absolutely just killer impressive display of how to play TVZ against a meching Terran player in Flash. Kicking butt, taking names. Flash, again, rusty, a little bit rusty. Not quite the super monster we know him to be. But he's getting back into it, back into the swing of things. Bad laddering a lot here over the last month or so. We'll see if he sticks around and keeps doing it or disappears on us again, which he's done before. But man, 3-3 Ultras, the Spider Mines getting wiped out was pretty fantastic too. Yeah, as far as mech goes, they want Spider Mines all over the map. They want to be irradiating Ultralisks and irradiating Queens. They want Goliaths to be firing on those Queens as soon as they get in range of the tanks. And not a lot of that was happening today. Those ingredients were missing from Flash. And he wasn't able to pull off the mech strat. So hats off to Hum, dude. What a boss. 243,000 points and 219,000 points. Zerg outproducing the Terran 800 to 500 today, getting outkilled 500 to 300. So yeah, but this, I mean, 18 to 1 buildings raised here in favor of the Zerg is kind of insane. No bases died today from Hum, and that's a big deal. And then outspending by about 6,000 resources, about maybe 6,300 in 25 minutes against a meching Terran. Sometimes it's not enough, but it is today. It was today, certainly. So GG. Well done to Hum. I'm not sure I've ever seen him defeat Flash before, but there's got to be a first time for everything, and maybe this is it. So GG, that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.